Hey, Jason, good to see you today.
Hey, good to see you too.
Thanks for joining us. As you know, we're about to open up enrollment into the association again, so we'd like to talk to current associates who've transitioned successfully, such as yourself. So, again,
Mhm.
thanks for being here, and maybe you can just start by introducing yourself and the name of the company and position you got into.
It's a pleasure. So my name is Jason Nadell. I'm a medical writer, thanks in part to Cheeky Scientists Association, and I work for a company called Flywheel Partners, which is based out of New York City and the greater Boston area.
Perfect, thank you. And yeah, a lot of PhDs getting into medical writing positions. It's a very hot field. You're successful now, but I want to rewind to before you got hired, before you even joined the association. What were some of the job search challenges that you were facing specifically?
It's a good question. I think getting to the end of a PhD, you're spending 4 or 5 years going after the same goal. And then all of a sudden you get to that ledge and you achieve it, which is great on the one hand, but on the other, it's hard to really see what comes next. So, being realistic about my prospects for academia, I started to think maybe I should look into industry as well. And, as I started to send out applications and I wasn't getting responses, uh, I started to think that maybe this is something that is due to me, excuse me, which, was really deflating. So, yeah, just sending application after application out and not even having them read was a pretty bleak feeling. But finding CSA really helped me with that. So,
Well, that's great. And so you did. I mean, similar struggles that a lot of PhDs have: sending applications, not hearing anything back, which is, I think, very surprising for PhDs who don't really know how the job search process works.
right.
Not knowing where to start, not knowing you want to get out of academia, not knowing how. You joined the association. What were some of the things that got turned around for you quickly? Like, in terms of the materials, what seemed to help you the most right away?
Right. Well, I think just as soon as I joined, just seeing how much content was available was really incredible. In fact, it was a bit overwhelming at first. I think you guys actually sent out an email about that, saying, "Don't worry, it can be daunting seeing how much is out there." But within a day or two, just getting into some of the modules and seeing all the information about the potential jobs out there, just completely reinvigorated my spirit as far as the job search went. And also just seeing the group and the community and how many people were in the same boat was really helpful, and just kind of brought me back down to earth, which was great.
No, that's great. And you mentioned the private group. Can you talk a little bit more about how the private group helped you, how responsive they were to you?
Sure, yeah. It's an incredibly approachable group of people. Like I said, everyone's in the same boat, or at least has been at some point in the recent past. And they're all there to help you try to get out of it. So right from the get go, you say hello. Everyone's extremely welcoming. You hook up with these people on LinkedIn. Uh, Everyone is really happy to offer what advice they have. I had a few people, like, within a few back and forth conversations, offer to forward my resume
Hmm.
for referrals, which was great. So
Yeah,
it's an excellent community and really relatable because everyone's a PhD. So.
yeah. And just for clarity, because people that are watching have never been in the group, would you say it's kind of active or very active?
It's extremely active. It really takes up a lot of your time when you first join. It's really the only thing that you're going to see on your Facebook feed, which is actually great because there's not a heck of a lot else going on for me at the moment anyway. So
Mm.
it's really nice just to see how many people are active with it, and all these tips that are coming in from all over the place. Because it's an international community, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really helpful.
And then in terms of total people, are we talking dozens of people, hundreds?
No, we're talking thousands, baby,
Okay.
and still growing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it seems like an endless stream. And as people join, they might be more active right off the bat. But then people are also growing within the group too. We talked about the executive group before. So people are at different tiers in their job progression, whether it's still at the transition or if they're looking to get promoted. So you're speaking to people at all different levels and all different fields in the game,
Mm.
which is it's really advantageous.
That's great. My last question is, did you have any reservations before joining? And if so, how are those reservations alleviated?
I think just knowing the legitimacy of the organization, and that's something that I've heard a lot about too. I think as PhDs, we're all very skeptical people right off the bat. So, and with the price tag, it's difficult as a grad student to say, all right, this is really something I'm going to jump into. But I mean, I personally had the chance to speak with Joanna for an extended period of time via email. And, all of those concerns were put to rest. There was no pressure for me to join at all at any point. She was extremely helpful in offering to look at my resume, to offer me, the positions guide and, just all of these different tips and tricks. And eventually I came around to her and said, listen, this place seems pretty great. I'm interested in joining. So, and as soon as I did, just seeing all the content that was available and having access to the group, I knew that it was the right decision.
That's great. Well, thank you very much for your time here. Really, really excited to see you in this new role, and I look forward to watching your continued career success.
No, it's a pleasure, and thank you very much, Isaiah.